Hey, what's a mermaid's favorite kind of math? No? Give up? Well, actually, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you at the end. Mr. Norwell and I will tell you at the end, okay? All right, so for right now, let's talk about a book. And this book is amazing because it really had top-notch reviews. I mean, if you care about like reviews, and sometimes we care about reviews, right? So this book had 4.34 in Goodreads. So let's talk about it. The art of Vera Bruskel is gorgeous, and the story for this book will hook you immediately. If Plain Jane and the Mermaid, this book here, were described as a movie, it would be a mashup, like between Despicable Me, because there are some very despicable characters here, and it would also be Little Mermaid, because mermaids are kind of a factor in this book too. Let's keep going. It combines the quirky humor and heart and unexpected heroism that you find in Despicable Me, and of course the magical underwater allure and the danger and the self-discovery of Little Mermaid. But honestly, I really feel like it's this underwater, like a Ghibli film, all wrapped up in this beautiful green book. And yes, note my nails. Didn't mean to do that, but kind of cool that it worked out that way. It is a fun, scary, thrilling adventure of Plain Jane, who is anything but plain. I mean, you know, her appearance might be plain, but frankly, she is just incredible. And there's mermaids and selkies and a wise crone, and it's all packed with messages about vanity and about the important, sort of aspects of following your heart, but also some good feminist messages here, yeah. The long detailed pages are just really exploding with color, and it's just gorgeous. And there's, of course, also some areas where it goes to grayscale to denote things that happened in the past. And of course, I'm trying to find some examples of that, but just trust me, they're there and you'll know them when you see them because it's gray and they're clearly talking about when Jane was a child. Personally, I am a huge fan of love stories with non-traditional heroines, and Jane doesn't have the beauty that her society respects, and she's a girl, which means that she won't inherit her parents' house and property, not without getting married. But Jane does have an idea about a prospective husband, and that would be Peter, who she's had a crush on for a very long time. But, well, he's kidnapped by mermaids. Kind of foils the plan. So Jane will need to unlock all of her hidden potential and all her untested strength to save both Peter and herself. And maybe along the way, because of all the challenges and obstacles, she'll decide what she really wants out of life. Also, can we just look at all the tabs that I have put in my book here? Like, I have tabbed so much because there's so many like really not only lovely graphics, but also some really deep messages that I really didn't expect out of this. Like, you just kind of sometimes go to a graphic novel as kind of a break, a palette, cleansing between some other books. But this one is really stuck with me. So something about Vera Bruskel. She was born in Moscow, I believe, I read that, and she moved to the United States when she was 5 years old. And you might know one of her most famous books, which is Anya's Ghost. So that would be another one. Plus, she's written lots of other ones, so she's definitely a graphic novelist that you should take a closer look at. This is definitely a graphic novel that will stick with you long after the final page. There's just some very lovely pieces and little things to it that just make it really wonderful. And I really kid you not that it looks a lot like this Ghibli film kind of idea. It really feels just fabulously fantastical and yet very relevant. So take the plunge into these pages now and find out for yourself how awesome this book really is. And a mermaid's favorite kind of math is, of course, algebra. Sorry, I can't help it. What age group is this book good for? Well, I would say any age group. I mean, you know, maybe because of the element of marriage, maybe it would go a little more upper elementary, but frankly, it's very, like, very all people, kind of everybody, wonderful graphic novel. And there's just some, you know, wonderful details about, you know, gender roles that really plays into it. You know, just to basically say that she has to get married in order to, you know, save her life. And there's some really great twists. So I just like can't say enough about it. I loved it. The other thing that I would kind of point out is that on this channel, I like to talk about all kinds of books. I like to talk about graphic novels. I like to talk about manga. I like to talk about novels, meaning literary novels. And I'm just building my channel. So if you happened to, like, you know, scroll onto it, I just like to do this. I am a newly retired librarian, and I used to do the news show for my school, and I love to make videos as well. So if you know, would like to encourage me, it would be great if you clicked on, you know, like, because, you know, who doesn't like a little like here and there, and subscribe to this channel, because I, you know, will keep on posting as I can, and sharing stuff and books that I think are well worth your time. So until the next video, keep reading.